Good morning. This is Ishan Jal reporting from Woodstock School. Today we will be discussing the Hillsborough disaster. The 1989 Hillsborough disaster was an incident which occurred during the FA Cup semi-final match between Liverpool Football Club and Nottingham Forest Football Club. This occurred on 15th April 1989 at the Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield, England. The crush resulted in deaths of 96 Liverpool fans and injuries to 766 fans. The incident has since been blamed on the police, and the incident remains the worst stadium-related disaster in British history. Now we will give you an overview of what happened during this incident, and there will be some pictures to show that as well. Thank you.
And don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the wild, then you'll never walk alone.
Alright, so we just saw what happened in the Hillsborough disaster through those pictures. So there were three major newspaper groups that covered the incident. There was The Suns, The Guardian, and BBC. So the Suns used newspapers as their only form of media, and Guardian and BBC mainly used television news channels. So I'll tell you about the Suns first. So the Suns is a British company owned by Rupert Murdoch. On April 19th, 4 days after the incident, they printed out their newspaper and distributed it. Kevin Mackenzie, who was the editor back then, used the words "the truth" as the front page headline, followed by three subheadings, and these were the subheadings. Some fans pickpocketed the victims, some fans urinated on the brave cops, and some fans beat up PC, giving the kiss of life. So this, as you can already see, targeted the Liverpool fans. That's the group they targeted. Well, they were like giving out a message, but that was their main target. On the other hand, BBC and The Guardian, they just gave out facts, said what happened, said why it happened, and it was the whole nation they targeted. There was no specific group that they said like it was their fault, they blamed them. The BBC and Guardian didn't even blame the cops. They said the cops should have been more like active, but then they didn't say like they did it. That's why till date, Liverpool fans have boycotted the Suns, and yeah. So recently there was an interview done by BBC, and a reporter of the Suns was really disgusted by the front page, and he gave an interview to BBC, and we will be showing you the interview right now.
Rather controversial editor at the time liked to write his own headlines, and he wrote the headline "The Truth." And the reason I know that, I was about to leave the newsroom when I saw him drawing up the front page. When I saw the headline, "The Truth," I was aghast, because that wasn't what I'd written. I'd never used the words "the truth." This is the truth about the Hillsborough disaster.
So as you guys already saw, everybody was disgusted by this incident. their own reporter who reported the event was shocked because it wasn't true. So the whole nation was now disgusted at the Suns. So they started looking at how BBC covered it, how the Guardian covered it, and they started supporting the Guardian. Nobody started supporting the Suns. Everybody was against it. Liverpool fans started boycotting it. They had huge posters saying, "Stop buying the Suns." So yeah, this really brought down the business, and the Guardian and the BBC, they just gave a few facts, talked on what happened. They said like they gave a few names of people who died. They blamed the cops since it was the cops' fault. They actually did some research and gave the truth. Well, the Suns didn't. And now 23 years ago, 23 years after the incident, the Suns sent out a new page as an apology. They gave an apology of their mistake that had been made 23 years ago, and the editor actually gave a proper apology, and this is a video of the editor giving the apology and off the front page of the Suns.
They printed a front page apology for an article published by them that blamed Liverpool fans for the deaths of 96 people in the Hillsborough disaster. The story, by then editor Kelvin Mackenzie, headlined "The Truth," blamed fans for the tragedy, claiming that they pickpocketed and urinated on the dead and attacked police officers trying to save lives. Current editor Dominic Mohan made this apology on the Sun's website.
23 years ago, the Sun newspaper made a terrible mistake. We published an inaccurate and offensive story about the events at Hillsborough.
Apology that was given. Liverpool fans don't buy the Suns. They still boycott it. They still have posters in the cities that say "Stop buying the Suns." So yeah, this was a really controversial issue back then, and it still is, since there's a memorial every year in Anfield, which is the stadium of Liverpool, and all sort of newspaper companies come to cover it except for the Suns. The Suns aren't allowed. Yeah, and I just wanted to talk, since this was a huge issue for all Liverpool fans, and I'm a Liverpool fan, so there's a bit of a bias in this. And this just showed how one company made a huge mistake, which at one point really brought down their economy, since so many people weren't buying the Suns because of this mistake. On the other hand, two companies which really gave facts, did not put a bias, did not target anyone. It just targeted the whole nation, gave a message, just gave a full report on what happened. So yeah, this was really controversial issue, and I wanted to report it. And this is Ishan Jal saying thank you for watching.